Good day everyone, today I will be presenting about computer crime and security. Let's focus in on the threat of phishing in 2025. First, let's understand what phishing is. Phishing is a cybercrime where targets are contacted by email, telephone or text message by someone posing as legitimate institution to lure individuals into providing sensitive data such as personally identifiable information, banking and credit card details and password. Why phishing is harmful? Phishing can lead to several serious impacts. For organizations, it causes data breaches, exposing confidential company and customer information. For individuals, it may result in identity theft, where someone uses your personal data to commit fraud. This incident often leads to financial loss and even reputational damage, especially for businesses that lost customer trust. So, how do we prevent phishing? First, user education is important. People must learn to recognize suspicious email, links, and unexpected requests for sensitive details. Next, we should use multi-factor authentication to add an extra layer of protection. Organizations can also apply email filtering system to block phishing attempts and ensure regular software updates to close any security vulnerabilities. Finally, if a phishing incident occurs, it should be reported immediately. We can contact the Royal Malaysia Police (PDRM), Cybercrime Unit (NACSA) as the National Cybersecurity Agency or the relevant bank or financial institution to freeze account and prevent further loss. Hi everyone, today I will teach you steps for copyright registration via My IPO. Copyright registration is important because it protects our creative work such as software, writing and design so that others cannot use or copy it without permission. The process begins with step 1, which is to visit the My IPO website at www.myipo.gov.my. This is where all copyright applications are made. Next, in step 2, click on the Copyright tab and look for Form CR, Application for Registration of Copyright. This is the official form needed to start the application. For step 3, you must complete the form by filling in details such as the applicant's information, the title of the software or work, the nature of the work and the date it was created. Then, step 4 requires preparing supporting documents, including a copy of the source code or creative work, a description of the work and proof of identity. Some sensitive parts of the source code may be obscured for security. In step 5, you can submit everything either physically or electronically, depending on the option available. At this stage, you will also need to pay the required fee. Finally, for step 6, My IPO will examine your application. If it is approved, they will issue a certificate of registration, which officially confirms your copyright ownership. In conclusion, copyright registration is a simple but important process to protect creative work and ensure they remain legally yours.
Hello and welcome. Today, we are exploring the critical topic of privacy and surveillance in Malaysia, a fundamental aspect of human dignity and freedom. In Malaysia, privacy is partially protected by the Personal Data Protection Act 2010, or PDPA, which governs commercial transactions. However, the PDPA does not extend to federal and state governments, creating significant gaps in protection against state surveillance. Surveillance involves monitoring behavior, activities, or information to influence or manage, encompassing physical, digital, and dataveillance methods. Employee monitoring is permissible with proper notice on company-owned devices, using tools like Terramine or ActiveTrack. These tools track activities such as website visits, application use, and emails, but ActiveTrack, for example, does not include keystroke logging or camera access. Can the government spy? Yes, under laws like the Security Offences Act 2012 and the Communications and Multimedia Act 1998, authorities have broad powers. To protect yourself, use end-to-end encrypted messaging apps like Signal and Telegram. Also, utilize virtual private networks, or VPNs, for encrypted traffic, and privacy-focused browsers like Brave or Firefox with privacy extensions. Surveillance becomes an ethical issue when it violates the reasonable expectation of privacy, leading to a chilling effect on freedom of expression. It also creates power imbalances without adequate accountability and transparency, undermining trust in digital interactions. Understanding these aspects of privacy and surveillance is crucial for navigating our digital world responsibly. Stay informed and protect your digital rights.
Computer reliability is the backbone of our modern world, ensuring daily transactions and critical services run smoothly. Critical infrastructure like banking, healthcare, and transportation depend heavily on robust computer systems. Gartner estimates average downtime costs range from $5,600 to $9,000 per minute, highlighting unreliability's immense impact. The October 4th, 2021 Facebook outage is a stark example of unreliability, crippling global communication. A routine configuration error to backbone routers triggered a BGP routing withdrawal, severing global connectivity for 6 hours across Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. This incident impacted 3.5 billion users, halted 75% of Meta's ad revenue, and cost the company an estimated $100 million. Meta's postmortem and CNA's analysis confirmed human error in backbone reconfiguration without redundancy failover. Apple's tight control over hardware and software integration leads to superior longevity and consistent performance. For smartphone reliability, there's a notable difference between Apple and Android devices. Apple's tight control over hardware and software integration leads to superior longevity and consistent performance. In contrast, the fragmented Android ecosystem, with over 24,000 models, results in varied reliability and slower security patches, often taking 6 to 12 months for non-Pixel devices. Google's Pixel devices are an exception, offering stock Android and 7-year updates, but the broader Android landscape faces higher bug rates.
A software engineer developing the MySajadara app must adhere to the following 4 principles from the 8 principles of software engineering ethics. First, the public principle dictates that the engineer shall act consistently in the public interest. This means ensuring the app protects user health data vigilantly, provides accurate COVID-19 risk information, and is accessible to all segments of the Malaysian public, including those with disabilities or in rural areas. Second, under client and employer, the engineer shall act in the best interests of their client or employer, but only in a manner consistent with the public interest. While developing features requested by the government, the engineer must advocate against any feature that could misuse public data, ensuring employer goals do not conflict with public welfare. Third, the product principle requires the engineer to ensure that their products and related modifications meet the highest professional standards. This involves rigorous testing to ensure the contact tracing algorithm is accurate, the app is free from critical bugs, and all security vulnerabilities are patched promptly. Finally, the judgment principle states that the engineer shall maintain integrity and independence in their professional judgment. If pressured to rush an untested update or to use data for non-health-related purposes, the engineer must uphold ethical standards and refuse to participate in unprofessional conduct. Adhering to these principles ensures the MySajadara app serves the Malaysian public with trust and integrity, reflecting the highest ethical standards in software development.